Hi guys, my name is Bobby. I'm the Assistant Greenhouse Manager for Norfolk Healthy Produce, and today we're going to be sowing the seeds for our next crossing block. But before we do that, you want to make sure you have all of your supplies in hand. Here we have some pretty standard nursery cells and a flat tray. Both of them have drainage holes, so you can see that this tray has some slits cut into it, and each individual cell has a hole in the bottom for drainage. You want to make sure that your seeds aren't sitting in soaking water. So this allows any water that you use to irrigate to flow right through. In conjunction with the trays and the pots with holes, you want to make sure that you're using a well-draining substrate. So this right here is our pretty standard seed starting mix. It's a mix of like peat and some perlite. Pretty much any combination of organic and inorganic material will do the trick. In my hand, I have an entry that we're going to be sowing right here into these flats. One thing you want to do when you start sowing your seeds is get your labels ready. So you want to know what you're sowing and where it's going to go. All of our flats and the 4-packs have individual labels on them. The thing you want to do is make sure that your soil has some sort of inorganic drainage material. It could be pumice, it could be pretty much anything. A good seedling start mix is fine. But yeah, after that, what we do here is I just pour the seeds into my hand, and then I will very carefully, here they are, one by one, just kind of place them into the wells. So the wells were already pre-made off camera, but they were done with a Sharpie. So you can use anything really, a Sharpie, your finger. You want to do maybe about like 3/4 of an inch into the soil. Nothing too deep, because then your seeds will have a tough time sprouting out. But you don't want to have them too close to the surface or they could wash out when you water. And then just very carefully plop them right in. All right, and then after I drop the seed in, I just like to gently kind of tuck them in a little bit. This just lets me know what I've already sown, so I'm not double seeding if that's not my intention. But 2, it also starts to hydrate the seeds, especially if they've been sitting for a while. So after I've done one entry, I'll grab my next packet and then I'll just verify where I'm going to be placing these and pretty much repeat the process. Once you've sown all your seeds, you can kind of see here that we have a couple of heat mats set up. They're not super essential, but they do help speed up germination, especially if you're in an area where it's a little colder. It's winter now in California. We are in a greenhouse, so that's kind of cheating, but if your house gets a little cold or if you keep your seeds near like a drafty window, a heat pad would really help with germination. Once your seeds are sown, you want to make sure that you water everything in very thoroughly. You want to make sure that you're using something that isn't going to blast the seeds out. So a watering can is perfect. And then just kind of gently go over them. With big flats like this, I kind of like to do 2 passes. So I'll do an initial pass over everything, and then I'll start over from the other side and just gently go over everything to make sure that it's all watered. All right, and then you'll want to set them on a heat pad if you're using one, or a bright sunny window so they can get some residual heat from the sun, and just kind of let them do their thing.